What's going on, y'all? What's going on? We're about to hit this next TP on GU right here. Test, test, test. Let me know how we sounded. Let me know how we sounded. Yeah, so we got a few sets look like they're about to play out. What's going on, Vi? I see you up in here. Yeah, so we got a few sets that look like they're about to play out. If y'all was in the live yesterday, GU went as projected. Again, this was London session yesterday. I told y'all we could look for buys here. I didn't go for buys there because we was already in this GJ setup. But after I closed this GJ setup, we also talked about we could look for buys here on GJ. We go for 199.70 as support. We see GJ holding that little bit of support as we speak. We also talked about if we could look for buys here at GU 34.85. We see GU pushing as we speak. Let me let the members know we just hit the next TP. Yeah, we're about to hit the last TP right here. So yeah, we got some action today. Hold on. What's going on, y'all? What's going on? Make sure to like the live, y'all, while y'all hop up in here. Subscribe if you're not subscribed already. We got a few setters we're looking at right now. We just hit the final TP on GU. So right now we're at a 2 on this. We're going to see what this next 15 looks like to see if we can close and hold this low as support. We also got GJ on the move. So we got a lot of charts moving right now. We're going to break this stuff down in a second. And members, I got y'all with the TPs in a second. Give me 1 second. Yeah, but it's been a good week so far. It's been a good week so far. Just dropped a new video for y'all yesterday. Make sure to like that and watch it after this live is over if you have not already. Also dropped a video for y'all on Monday. You already know the drill. If you guys got any questions, drop in the chat. When we look at any charts, drop in the chat. Yeah, but we got a lot of charts on the move right now. So what we're going to be looking for on this next 15, then we caught the whole higher high. Again, we talked about this setup not only in yesterday's live, look how price played out yesterday, but we also talked about this at the beginning of the week in the Sunday chart analysis, right? And look, now we see why we was looking for buys here. That's why you go with the flow of price. We talked about this in the TikTok live yesterday as well. Make sure to follow me on Instagram and TikTok. You'll see that's scrolling at the bottom of y'all screens. Instagram, playmaker_way, TikTok, _playmaker_way_. But again, you see, we're catching this whole higher high, right? We didn't go for sells because we saw price go down or we saw red candlestick, but we went for buys. And now we're catching the whole higher high for the week so far, right? We did the same thing yesterday with GJ, right? We went for buys and we caught 2 daily candlesticks of the move. So we're going to be looking for continued buys here. If GJ can maintain a whole 199.70 as support, we will look for buys going up to 215, possibly up to 250. So that's what we're looking at with GJ today. As far as the news, we don't got any high impact news going into New York. Later on tonight, when markets do reopen, we do have Australian news at 9:30. We didn't have any news during the New York session. We went live during the 8:30 news with the members yesterday. Members make sure to watch that recording. We just hit TP1. Let the members know. this, and we're currently in this US30 setup. We're 4-0 for the week so far. We talked about this US30 setup yesterday as well. I didn't take this setup because I'm in a retest, but I said if we could hold as low as support, we could look for buys going from 44,300 to 44,460. We can see right here, 10 a.m. price push there, but it's been a retest, so I didn't take that buy. But we're in this buy right now. We just hit TP2. So we're gonna let that thing run right there. GJ's pushing as well. And then GU is pushing also. I think it's nasty push right here. Nasty push. So this trade's at a nice 1 or 2. So we're gonna be looking to see if we can maintain and hold 35.25 as support. If so, we can look for continued buys going to 35.60. But that thing's pumping. Look at that candlestick. Let's see what this next 15 looks like. Gold, we're going to be looking again. Game plan still the same. This is why I was waiting for, like we was talking about yesterday, price either hold as low as support or hold as low as resistance. Because what did price do all day yesterday? Did nothing but consolidate and chop, right? So for next move, and probably one with a lot more volume to come into play as far as gold's concerned, we're going to wait to see if price can break above and hold 33.68 as support, and then go for buys going to 33.82. Or we're going to look for price to break below 33.24 and hold that as resistance, and look for sells going to 3,300, right? So it's a little bit of a patience game. But while price is, trying to figure out what it's going to do, we've been eating on other charts, right? So we're about to see what this next 15 looks like. We're at TP2 with US30. We're going to see what's going to keep on pushing for us. Yeah, I'm just going to go do a thing. Also looking at the same setup for GBPJPY and GU. Support resistance alongside with volume is really the sauce for real. I'm trying to tell them. Let them know. I'm trying to tell them. B market levels on the monthly, weekly, or daily. I don't use the monthly. Only time I'll use the monthly chart is like when I'm doing longer term analysis, like when I do the crypto and stock analysis. By the way, just dropped a new stock update for y'all on Monday. Got a new crypto update dropping for y'all today as well. So make sure to be on the lookout for that. So let me go ahead and drop that in the chat. Almost dropped it in the free Telegram. Drop that in the chat right here. Let's make sure to check that out. As far as what I mark my levels off of, like I said, if you watch on my trade breakdowns, I identify a trend on the daily. As far as how I mark off my levels, it's not just a time frame, right? It's multiple different time frames, and it's not complicated, but like you're not gonna understand it unless I break it down and explain it. Which is why I break it down and explain it. That's why, like, even in the playbook, I didn't write a book breaking it down because a lot of people ask, you made a book breaking down how to read the charts. You made a book going over, trading psychology and a trading plan. Why don't you write a book breaking down your strategy? Doing one-on-one sessions or videos is way different than reading, especially when it comes to the strategy. That's too much. Not even just too much typing. That's just it's going to be way too complicated, right? And then you're going to have questions. So yeah, so that's how that goes. But I don't use the monthly at all. Like when I'm trading right now, I'm not using the monthly. The only time you'll see me pull up the monthly or even the weekly time frame is like when I'm looking at longer term analysis for long term investing, which is what I do on the back end with crypto and stocks. But as far as like day trading, like the more quicker and aggressive investing, I don't. really care what it's doing on a weekly or monthly basis, because again, I'm just looking to catch the move in the day, get out by the end of the day, or get out in a couple hours, and then come back the next day and see what price is going to do, or what price is going to give me. You know what I'm saying? We got a new file. US30 still. I forgot to enter this on my other accounts. Oh well. Oh well. At least I got it on one of my accounts. But yeah, G is going crazy. I'm gonna post a screenshot of the updated G on my story right now. Let me grab my phone. Make sure to like the lives. Y'all hop up in here, y'all. And if you're not a member yet, I don't know what y'all are doing. Y'all keep on seeing what we're doing on a daily basis. Y'all see the recordings, y'all see the live streams, I was breaking this stuff down. We're 4-0 so far this week. We went 6-0 last week. We only lost, how many trades we lost last week? We went 6-0 last week. We went 5-1 the week before that. Last month we wrapped up, like you see on your screen, we wrapped up, where we at? 17-2. We only lost 2 trades last month. Last quarter, we literally, no, that's not last quarter. I was like, that doesn't sound right. Last quarter, we only lost 6 trades, and that's 3 months combined. So that's an average of 2 losses a month, which is not bad at all. And again, the summer sale is still active, y'all. I'm not going to post it every day, but I will let y'all know every day in the lives because I don't want to be too spammy in the channel. But if you use discount code, it's my time. Check out, everything is 20% off. Take advantage of the sale. Guys, you already know we don't do sales that often. Shout out to those that's already in here. We're eating with us since the sale's been going on. But again, y'all, if y'all was in the live yesterday, we broke down this GU setup. GU, as you can see, went as projected. Currently at just over 1 to 2. If it does the move I'm looking for, it's going to be a nice 1 to 3 setup. And then right now, as far as other setups, we're in US30 right now with the members. We're approaching TP, but we can set TP 2. We're about to hit TP 3 on this momentarily. We're a few points away on that. Besides US30 and GU, other setups we are looking for today is GJ. GJ is starting to play out as well. We talked about this setup yesterday. If we can hold 199.70 as support, which we need to hold and maintain as support, we can look for continued buys 1 to 210. Now, we got the volume we was talking about we needed to break through that level. News didn't really help us with that volume. And again, we don't got any news events today, so it's simply just going to be market structure, no volume the markets give us during the sessions. No other things going to help us out. But we do got news tomorrow and Friday, so that's definitely going to be interesting. But we'll get to that. We're just going to focus on today. We just missed TP3. Let me mark it off so y'all can see where our TPs are at. You guys got any questions? Drop them in the chat. When we're looking at your charts, drop them in the chat. Let me mark this off. There we go. All right, let me post a screenshot on this story. In the position, like I said, I closed it on my main account, but on my other account, I kept on hold. And I was trying to hurry up. I forgot to enter this on my other account, but it is all good on one of my accounts. So we got GJ from the tune here. It's gonna be interesting to see if GJ does a nice move for us today or not, because again, it just broke this level. We have not seen a red candlestick in a retracement yet. So I would like to see price do a nice move today. and then tomorrow retrace / tomorrow night, this is what a perfect case scenario in a perfect world price would do for it. All right, we should be back. Let me get this music going again. My bad, y'all. My Wi-Fi crashed. I had to restart it. Man, I keep on saying it, man. I might just have to either move or get another spot in the city because That's one thing the city going to do. It's going to have good signal for the most part. We didn't miss too much though. Let me know if y'all can hear me good. Let me know if y'all can hear me good. Apologize for that, but we're back to business. So we got GJ doing a retest right here on what we was talking about before. Um, was what I was looking for price to do today, right? So I was saying I'd like to see price just make a continuation of the current high we're in, and then see price retrace later, if not tomorrow. Well, not or tonight. You know, when the new candlestick pops up, and tomorrow, and retest this level. Or again, I would like to see price hold this level today at least, but if it doesn't, it's possibly going to try to retrace and retest this, which I don't want to see price do. But just because I don't want to see price do that doesn't mean, you know, price won't do it, right? So again, that's why we prepare for all the possible scenarios and then watch and see what price does. You get what I'm saying? But GU is still pushing. Gold's still kind of sleep. And we just missed TP3 on US30. So let's pay attention to US30, see if we can hit this next TP. And that's what I was supposed to do. I was supposed to post the shit on my story. So let me do that. But if you guys got any questions, drop them in the chat. When we get any charts, drop them in the chat. No, we're back. We're back. My Wi-Fi crash had to restart it. So if my Wi-Fi crashes, I don't end the stream. It won't end the stream, even if I don't go back. Well, I don't know about that, but I know it won't end the stream for a little while. So that's how I was able to connect back in here. But we're back to business. We're back to business. Just in time for the new 15 as well. Let me go ahead and post this. Share that. Nasty right here. Nasty setup. New video just dropped for y'all yesterday, by the way. Make sure to check that out after the live's over. Make sure to export a playlist as well. All playlists are up to date. And make sure to subscribe if you're not subscribed already. We're almost at 3,800 subscribers. We can get to that easily. GJ rejected. Still pushing. I'm gonna keep my words here for now. So yeah, GJ is gonna be very interesting to see if it's gonna hold this level or not. If it's gonna try to retest this level here. But we're looking for buys nonetheless. Regardless of what price does, we're looking for buys nonetheless. GU still pushing. So we're gonna loop this alert. So we're gonna see if we can hit TP3 on US30. New 5 minute just popped up. Those just joining the stream. We're currently in the setup. We just had GU hit the final TP. We're approaching TP3 on US30. We're 4-0 this week. We're 4-0 this week so far. 6-0 last week. Make sure to hit that first link in the description and join the free signal free Telegram. I'll see you on your screens how we did last month and last quarter. Go ahead and hit that first link and check it out for yourselves. If y'all check my Instagram story, I'm just going to on TikTok story later. Again, with TikTok, I gotta do it a little bit different because TikTok's super picky, at least for me. The stuff I post, everything I post, I gotta be careful with on TikTok, or they'll take it down or flag it, or people will report it, and then I'll get my stuff suspended. But make sure to follow me on Instagram. You can see on my story right now, screenshotting the GJ, not the GJ, the GU position, screenshot of the signal playing out. And I can show that right now as well. I just got to be a little bit careful not to show the US30 signal because we are in another trade currently. Let me show y'all this setup right here. Again, this is an old trade. It already played out. This is the trade that we took yesterday. If y'all was in yesterday's live stream, we broke down this setup during yesterday's live stream. And then during New York session, me and the members entered this trade. So let me show y'all really quick. Okay, so again, this is an old signal. Nobody take this setup. I don't want to see no DMs after the live saying you showed this signal and I took it, etc., etc. Because I already told you this is an old signal. So again, this was the GJ setup we took on Monday. You can see the 11th. We talked about that during the London session live. And then you can see we went live yesterday during the news. As you can see, we had 8:30 news. We went live at 8:30 news, posted the recording, posted a New York price watch list, talking about what the game plan for New York session was. Then you can see right here at 9:40 a.m., 10 minutes after New York Open, I was giving them an update on GJ, telling them about what US30 is doing in gold. Then, as you can see, at 10 a.m., we entered this GBPUSD setup yesterday. You can see the entry to SL to TPs. You see the TPs getting hit. You can see me updating them on the other charts we was talking about. Then you can see here the final TP got hit, right? I guess I gotta be careful not to show the signal we're in right now. And then again, when we go on to this chart right here, we can see 10 a.m. was this candlestick right here. So we entered off of this retest, which was this candlestick. Got a nice move. This was the move we caught yesterday. Price retraced, then slowly made its way back up. And then London session, right at London session open, you can see the volume kicked in and broke through that level. And now it's flying as we speak. And then we're in this US30 setup. We talked about this US30 setup yesterday. This is the good day yesterday. Consolidated here, did a nice retest. Then we can see we entered off the London session candlestick. Now we're about to approach and hit TP3 in a second. Again, there's some other charts looking at as well, like GJ. We can see possible buys with GJ. But as you can see with GU, we caught the entire higher high. This is where price was at yesterday. We caught this higher high. All right, so again, this is why we talk about don't chase price, follow the flow of price. We go with the actual trend and go for the true move instead of what price is just doing at that exact moment. You're going to catch bigger moves. You're going to win more trades. All right, the proof's in the pudding. Got a new 5 minute about to pop up in a little bit. If you guys got any questions, drop them in the chat. When we're looking at your charts, drop them in the chat. But yeah, we're just vibing right now. New 15 about to pop up. Let's see if we're going to hit this next TP, y'all. Again, if you guys got any questions, drop in the chat. When we're giving you a charge, drop in the chat. Make sure you follow me on Instagram and TikTok, y'all. Y'all see your screen at the bottom of y'all screen. Instagram, Playmaker_Wait. TikTok, _Playmaker_Wait_ post daily on both pages. GJ's doing a nice retest. Let's see if we can hold this level and push up for us. But again, we're currently in this GU setup. The final TP just got hit as soon as London session started. And then we're currently in this US30 setup. We entered this when London session started. We're floating at TP2. We're about to be looking to see if we can hit TP3 right here. So yeah, we're 4-0 for the week. We took this GJ setup. This was the first setup we took. And this is the second GJ setup we took. Same signal with 2 positions, 2 different entries. And then we took this GU setup. So that's 3 trades, 3 for 3, and then we're in this US30 setup. So we're 4 for 4 right now. All right, new 15. Let's see if US30 is gonna hit the next TP for us. Also, y'all, make sure to click that link in the description. Get the best trading book out right now in the game, the price action technical analysis playbook. This is what I use. I literally wrote down everything that I use to read and understand how to read the charts, works on stocks, futures, forex, options, and crypto. If y'all be in the TikTok lives or watch some of my trade breakdowns, you already know what the contents inside are. Or if you already got the book, of course, click that link in the description. Y'all can get that, or you can get it completely for free when you become a Playmaker and join Playmaker University. All that stuff is in the description. Click that link in the description. Then this is going to pop up. All right, and everything's literally in order, right? So when you click that link, this is going to pop up. You can see a few student results and testimonials. It's literally boom, second link for Signal for Telegram. 4th link is Playmaker University. 5th link is Signal Room. 6th link or 7th link is Price Action Technical Analysis Playbook. And then we join the free Signal free Telegram. Go to subscribers. Scroll down to photos. There's over 1,800 photos. Well, not over 1,800. 1,800 photos on the dot. Over 2 going on 3 years worth of receipts. We've been doing this since 2022, averaging high 80, high 90% win rates on a weekly, monthly, and quarterly basis. On accurate plays literally since 2022, teaching the members and students literally since 2022, quote unquote top and quote unquote bottom taking since 2022 before it became a trend out of nowhere. But you can also see screenshots, positions, and student results and testimonials, all this stuff. So make sure to explore the channel, check all that stuff out. If you guys got any questions, drop them in the chat. When we can get charged, drop them in the chat. Got a new 5-minute about to pop up in about a minute and some change. So gold's still in Chop City. GJ's pushing back up. So with GU, we're either going to look to see if price is going to come up to 35.60 or it's going to retrace and retest 35.25, then try to make its way back up. But we're looking for buys nonetheless. Can we see gold? Yeah. So again, it's like we talked about before. Gold's still just ranging, right? So that's why we're not even looking at it. And again, this is why I look at multiple charts. I was just talking about the members. I was just talking to the members about this in the live yesterday. If y'all again members, y'all missed the New York live during the news, make sure to watch the recording. It is uploaded. But I was just talking to them about this. This is why I look at multiple charts, because again, price has just been ranging and stuck here literally all week, right? So we're looking for price to either hold as low as support and go for buys, or hold as low as resistance and go for sales. I also talk about this in Sunday chart analysis. So if you haven't already, again, it's titled the Sunday chart analysis. I went over gold, US30, GG, GU, literally all the setups that we're in or we took this week, I broke down at the beginning of the week, Sunday night at 9 p.m. before the markets opened. Well, obviously Tokyo session was active, but besides Tokyo session. But like I always talk about, it goes over not just what I see price doing Sunday night going into Monday, but what I see price doing throughout the entire week. The only reason why I say that is because, again, if we look at gold, gold has not done anything different since the week started. You get what I'm saying? So I say the game plan is the exact same, right? We're looking for buys if price can break it up and hold 33.68 as support. We're looking for buys 33.82, or if it breaks below and holds 33.24 as resistance, we're looking for sales going to 3,300. Now, why am I not looking for buys or sells here? Because this is reversal territory, and just like we see price doing here, I don't want to enter trades when there's low volume or a low likelihood of a move I'm looking for playing out. I much rather patiently wait for price to come to a better price level where volume is going to kick in and catch the move, right? So that's why I've been trading gold this week so far, because again, we look at Monday, this was Sunday, all right, price fell over the level of support, reversed, and this was Monday London session, and then this is what price is doing right now. So it's literally just been stuck at this level all week so far. Even the news yesterday didn't wake price up. So it's going to be interesting to see what the news tomorrow and Friday does. But again, we're going to deal with tomorrow and Friday when it's tomorrow and Friday. Let's see if US30 is going to hit this next TP for us. And I was talking about this in the TikTok live yesterday. You know, it's just a patience game. We know what our game plan is, but we don't control the markets. One thing I tell the members and students all the time: there's only 3 things we control when it comes to the markets. We control when we enter a trade, we control when we exit a trade, and we control how much we risk per trade. We don't control when the move actually plays out. We don't control if the move plays out. We don't control the trend. We don't control volume. We don't control the news. So that's why it's so important to understand the rules of price, respect the rules of price, and again, patiently wait for price to come to you and stick to your rules. You get what I'm saying? We got a new 5-minute about to pop up in a little bit. Oh, my bad. Even though I had your comments still up there, I gotta take that off. My bad. But yeah, GU is still pushing. So right now, looking at GU, we're at a nice 1 to 2, almost 1 to 3, meaning whatever you would have risked would have been up to almost 3 times that amount. So if you would have risked $100, you would have made $270. If you would have risked $1,000, you would have made $2,700 off this position. Where is that right now? Right, the GJ setup we took yesterday. Well, we closed yesterday. Ended up being a 1 to 5 RR. Right, when we left it as a 1 to 2, it ended up being a 1 to 4. And then at this peak right here, this is where I closed. 4M ended up being 1 to 5. And then this wasn't a signal we talked about. I just took a small trade on this. It ended up being a 1 to 1, almost a 1 to 2, but that wasn't a signal. So I'm not talking about that. But yeah, so this ended up being a 1 to 5 R. And whatever you would have risked, you would have made 5 times that amount. You would have risked $100, you would have made $500. If you would have risked $1,000, you would have made $5,000. And then the US30, we just took this position. So I'm not sure if we're even at a 1 to 1 yet. We're just under 1 to 1. Let's see if we're going to hit this next TP. As long as we hold above this, we can see price keep pushing. Going to see if we can catch this next higher high here. But no matter what price does, I'm not losing money on this trade. Why is that? Because again, I don't let winners turn to losers. As one of the biggest account killers, always trying to go for home runs or trying to catch every pip. I am no longer greedy when it comes to the markets. I literally take what the markets give me. And then once you get to a certain level, when you have a lot more capital and a lot more accounts, whether that's funded accounts or just enough capital to have multiple accounts, then you can do a few different things, right? Like I have my main accounts with the most capital or make the most money with in general. And with those accounts, I'm strictly worried about and focused on making bread. So I have a daily goal. I have my trading plan. And I stick to that to the T. Like I don't give a fuck about nothing. I'm not trying to catch every pip. I'm not trying to push my limits, super test my strategy out. I'm just there to take the bread and leave. Take the bread and leave. But my other accounts, they're situational, but I do have accounts where I will hold a little longer. Right. So that's what I was talking about with the live yesterday. I said I'm gonna close on my main account, but my other account keep holding G. Right. If you go on my Instagram story, you can see me in the G position. Right. So but in the beginning, you need to just get those wins under your belt and you need to just grow your account. You don't need to try to catch these 1 to 5s and all this stuff. Because again, this was the game plan wasn't a 1 to 5, right? This was the first game plan. This was the second game plan, depending on what price did here, right? So the initial setup was a 1 to 2, right? So again, you don't gotta catch these big risk for ratio setups, right? I never show this stuff to try to flex or brag. I'm just literally showing you how the trade ended up playing out, right? But that's not like even if it's 1 to 3, right? Like I'm not going for crazy risk for ratio setups. You feel what I'm saying? That's just a pro and another benefit of when you go with the flow of price, because when that volume kicks in, it's just like the news yesterday, right? We talked about that in the news yesterday with the numbers, right? But it's just like again, when you go with the flow of price, when the volume kicks in, what is price going to most likely do when the volume kicks in? It's going to most likely continue the trend it's in. You see what I'm saying? Which is why GU, as soon as when the open started, pushed to the upside, right? Because we have bullish momentum and we needed to break that level. It's just like when the news popped off yesterday. We talked about buys in the live yesterday. When the news popped off 8:30 on the dot, is this a coincidence that price exploded to the upside when we had bullish momentum? No, right? Same thing with US30. Well, that was 10 a.m., but that don't count. 9:30 price rejected that level, right? Again, we need to hold that level of support. Price rejected that level during the, I'm tripping, 8:30. Boom, right? Again, no crazy or head scratching right there. Gold didn't do anything. Gold just fucking took a nap, right? And then GJ did the ultimate move before the news played out, which is why you see price did nothing after the news, but consolidate and play around because they already did a move for the day prior to the news, which is why I don't understand why people stay posting on social media, oh, it's a news day, or oh, it's a no news day. It's like, if it's a news day, people post, I'm not trading. If it was a no news day, people post, they're not trading. Just trade, right? Your setup's going to either be there or not, right? It's not that deep. We trade news days every week. We trade non-news days every week, and every week we make bread. So it's like you guys just gotta focus on the game plan, right? Again, the markers are not out to get you. The news is not scary. It's only scary to people that don't know what the fuck's going on in the news. And most people that don't know what the fuck's going on in the news don't want to try to understand what's going on, right? So again, just you just gotta stick to the game plan. I was talking to the nerds about this yesterday. I don't watch any news events. None of my decisions are based on news or worldly events. All my trades and decisions are based on simply and strictly market structure. Let's see what we got going on here. Yeah, I go live every day, London session 3 a.m. EST on YouTube. And then on TikTok, we go live at least 3 times a week during New York session. But we do live. And then with the members, we go live at least twice a week behind the scenes during New York news events. So again, so I can show the members behind the scenes what I'm just talking about right now, how the news is not scary and all that good stuff, and how to actually go about trading the news and after the news, right? So we went live during yesterday's news. Probably going to go live. I got to check my schedule. But we're either going to go live during tomorrow or Friday's news as well. But yeah, we go live every single day. All right, new 15 an hour just popped up. Let's see what 40 M's got for us. GJ, how the lower support pushed back up. Let's see, we're going to take these highs out to the left. Again, if GJ can hold 199.65 as support, we can look for buys going up to 210. Yeah, G is still pushing. Got my SO and profit on that as well. Let's see if US30 is going to hit this TP3 for us. Again, y'all make sure to hit that link in the description and join the free seminar for Telegram. Make sure I like the live. Appreciate it. I already like the live and subscribe. We're almost at 3,800 subscribers. We can get to that easily, y'all. We go live every day. I give setups every day, answer questions for free every day, and we post weekly videos, weekly trade breakdowns, weekly stock and crypto analysis, weekly day trading tips, literally everything. So make sure to explore the channels, look at the titles. Guarantee you're gonna find a bunch of videos that are gonna not only help y'all out, but pique y'all's interest. All right, so we just hit TP3. Let me let the folks know. TP3 hit. TP3 hit. Oh, that thing pushing. That's what I like to see right there. GJ still trying to figure out if it's going to push as well. That's a nice push right there. That's what I like to see. That's what I like to see. Whew. We're about to hit TP4. Let's see if we can hit this next TP right here. Yeah, I can't show the signal because oh well, almost was bad, but I don't think. Nah, ain't nothing important. Ain't nothing important. Cool. That was almost bad, but no important messages were up there, so that's cool. And it was just for a quick second. But then I got some quick reactions because if I was slow, that shit would have been on for like 10. Oh, look at that. So let me grab my phone and let them know we just hit TP4 before I show y'all. TP4 hits. Go TP4 hit. So like I said, we're in this US30 setup. Not going to show the signal because we're still in it, but you can see we enter this right before we got live. Going to go ahead and my reaction on that. But yeah, so yeah, that's nice, y'all. So again, we're gonna let this ride out. Again, like we was talking about, we can maintain a whole 44, 460. We also talked about this setup again in the Sunday chart analysis as well as in yesterday's London session live. But if we can maintain a whole 44, 470 as support, we're gonna look for guys going to 44, 650. Gold, we talked about gold. Let's see if gold is going to do anything for us today. GU, again, we're going to look for price to retrace and retest 35.25. If that is support, we can look for buys going to 35.60. Or if it breaks above and holds 35.65 as support, we can look for continued buys going to 35.90. Then with GJ, if we can maintain a whole 199.65 as support, we're going to be looking for buys going to 210. And again, there's no news today. So we're simply just waiting for volume and our confirmations to be met. All right, y'all. Shout out to everybody in the live. Shout out to everybody who's been live since the beginning. Shout out to everybody who's been live since y'all joined. Again, make sure you hit that first link in the description. Join the free signal, free Telegram. Click those links in the description and become a playmaker, y'all. Again, if you want these signals, y'all know what to do. Join Advanced Play Signal Room. Take advantage of the sale. It is my time for 20% off. That's including one-on-one sessions. That's including the Advanced Play Signal monthly, yearly, lifetime. That's also including Playmaker University. You don't want to contact me directly, you can DM me on Instagram or Telegram. I respond to all messages. But yeah, I ain't too much else to say or talk about. You know what I'm saying? We're just gonna let these charts do their thing. Most likely we'll be going live today on TikTok around 12:30, 1 o'clock ish. So make sure to be on the lookout for that, but also make sure to have those notifications on and follow me on TikTok. And yeah, we'll be back at the same time tomorrow, London session 3 m EST.